Hi guys, NX Gamer here, how you all doing? You might be thinking to yourself, why in the hell has he shown me Jet Set Radio on the screen? That's not a new game. Well, that's true. This is not a new game, this is an old game, but it was a game that was ahead of its time. This is the old Dreamcast classic that I love from years gone by. This is the PS3 version, and it was innovative in its time. It had the cel-shaded graphics. It was one of the first games, I think the first nearly, to bring this into play into games. It brought the cartoon feel and comic book feel to a game. It had an epic grinding style, it was fast, and it was Sega at its finest, innovating and bringing something new and fun to us. Now, the reason I'm showing you this is because there's some footage released onto the internet today, or leaked onto the internet today, and it's from the Xbox One exclusive Sunset Overdrive. You can see it here before you. Now, it's been pulled already because obviously Insomniac were not ready to show this yet, so some naughty website, which I won't name, but we all know who that probably is, shouldn't have shown this so early, but they have. Now, what does it tell us? Well, it tells us it's a absolutely astounding looking game. What I'm really impressed by is they've kept the look, the feel, and the visual flair from the reveal from E3 last year, and that I'm really happy with. It's got a certain feel about Jet Set Radio instantly. You can see the grinding routine on it, where you land on the rails there, you can slide across the game, jump on edges, jump on skirting, jump on telephone wires. It's got that fast, frantic gaming action feel to it. And it feels like a mixture between Jet Set Radio and also this game, Crackdown. Now, you probably all remember this game, originally released on the old Xbox years ago, and it was a brilliant game, again ahead of its time, that people didn't kind of appreciate, or it's got a bit of a cult classic status with Microsoft and a lot of fans, and people want this game to come back. Now, Sunset Overdrive feels like a perfect combination between these two games. It's got the high mass cityscape mixture of Crackdown, and it's got the cel-shaded cartoony visual flair of Jet Set Radio, all wrapped up with a nice mixture of 3D CG and the cartoon shading. There's even mixtures of 2D and 3D within some of the shots that I've noticed as well. So all in all, thumbs up there for Insomniac for making a game that looks like it's going to be a little bit different, a little bit quirky, and hopefully stand out from its peers. Now, it is a third-person shooter. People are already going to be starting slagging this game off and saying, oh my god, it's a third-person shooter, not another one, we don't need it. But it's a little bit more than that. There's obviously a lot more for this game to show. There's multiplayer content in there. You can play the game, I believe from the reveal they mentioned up to 4 players, all online, or some kind of mention that way. So it feels like it's got something different and something new to add to the genre. Now, it also feels like a very fast-paced, hyper-realised Infamous Second Son feel to it as well. Open landscape of Infamous, it does feel that way. Obviously the style of graphics and everything is completely different. It is hyper-realistic. It's not something that's based on actual CG looking like real life or anything like that. So I thought you guys would want to see this video. Hopefully you Xbox One owners out there feeling like you're missing out on some graphical buzz games that people get jealous about you having, well, if you have only got an Xbox One, here you go. Here's something to look forward to. If you haven't got an Xbox One, well, maybe this is a reason to get an Xbox One. There's certainly going to be a lot more games coming out on these two consoles that are going to be exclusive to these two consoles. So it does give you food for thought when you look at these kind of games. Just one last thing, as I always, to finish off, you can see in this little shot here, you can see the word boom written in the nuclear explosion as you let it off. There's also touches I've seen in photographs of the little fizzle guy that you saw in the end boss battle on the platforms appearing in the explosions as well. All in all, I'm getting a good feel for this game from the standpoint of the 2D, 3D mix, the lighting, lots of physics and particle effects going on within the game, a very organic feel to the enemies as they splash and splosh around. Anyway, that's enough of me talking. Let Insomniac themselves talk you through the game and show you it in vivid detail. Hope you guys enjoyed what I showed you so far. This will be a game that you can sink your teeth into later on in the year. Please, if you like, please subscribe. As always, leave comments below. I'd like to hear your feedback. Take care, and I'll see you guys on the next one.
Howdy, I'm an omnipotent voice from Insomniac Games. Today, I want to introduce you to our newest franchise, Sunset Overdrive. It's a mature third-person shooter set in a unique open world. It's high-action, fast-paced, and takes the concept of the boring copy-pasted shooter, flips it on its ugly head, and lets you do the impossible. In short, it kicks ass. Up till now, you've only seen a CG trailer, but today, you're gonna get to see the real game. Story time! It's 2027. Bizco, a good old greedy corporation, just released its hot new energy drink, Overcharged Delirium XT. Now there's a mutant outbreak. Keen minds will probably connect those two events. But lucky for you, getting around just got a whole lot easier. Traversing through Sunset City is all about one word: velocity. Jump on a car, grind on a power line, run along walls, all within a matter of seconds to get a tactical advantage against enemies. Plus, it's a hell of a lot more fun than cowering behind a crate. But who else are you gonna see around the city? Are there other people embracing this apocalypse like you? Yup. You're gonna see factions like Troop Bushido, which are a group of adventurers who now abide by ancient samurai culture. Or the Fargoths, live-action role-players whose fantasy all of a sudden becomes their reality. And there are a lot more memorable characters as well. Alright, now let's talk about the more shootable inhabitants of Sunset City. There are a lot of enemies in Sunset Overdrive. Introducing the Herker, who actually throws smaller OD'd at the players. Or the Blower, whose arm is fused with the leaf blower. And that's just a few of the enemies that are gonna kill you. But even when you die, you're gonna love it. Welcome to Next Gen Respawning.
What the hell?
It's not gonna be an Insomniac game without an awesome array of weapons. For instance, there's Captain Ahab, which lures enemy OD'd in for an easy kill. And there's the Roman Candle Gun. And there's the TN Teddy, which straps little bitty teddy bears to full sticks of dynamite. And from there, your arsenal's just gonna keep getting bigger. Quite simply, it's madness. But it's the kind of madness that fits perfectly into the world of Sunset Overdrive. Wanna feel more badass? Cue the amp system. Amps are special abilities that you can add to your character. By utilizing Traversal in combat, your amps are gonna activate. And there's over 50 amps to choose from. Wanna have a chance to cause a nuclear explosion? Slap on the Twist of Fate. Or the Air Dash. Or just summon a Twister. This combination of traversal, shooting, and amps is the core of Sunset Overdrive. And that's something we really want to emphasize because for us, this is what makes the game stand out.
Yes! Stay down!
This is only a tiny slice of the pie, but we're gonna wait till later to show you more.
Get ready to die, asshole!
For now, this is Sunset Overdrive. And in a lot of ways, it's the game that Insomniac has been building up to for 20 years. I mean, it takes all of our strengths and just combines them into one explosive, irreverent, stylish, and totally unique package. Thank y'all so much for your time, and remember to follow us on Twitter and Facebook, or go to sunsetoverdrive.com for more information. From all of us at Insomniac Games, see you next time.